Hey everyone, it is Caslow, and welcome back to my channel. It's time for the next segment of my RPG Club playthrough, the PlayStation Classic JRPG, Breath of Fire 3. But before we get started, what is the RPG Club? I've been an avid listener of the podcast The RPG Years, and its predecessor podcast The RPG Golden Years, and RPG The After Years. The podcast focuses on RPG reviews and news. They regularly do a community event known as the RPG Club. Imagine a book club, but for RPGs. They break up a community-chosen RPG into digestible chunks, usually about 5 hours, and discuss those segments every 2 weeks like a book club. If you want to check out the RPG Years, you can find a link in the description below. We left off last time with Dees opening up Ryu's third eye, which would show the team how to reach God, who is somewhere across the ocean to the north, leaving the team with the task of finding a ship. The only ship the team is aware of is the guild ship in Rapala. After checking in on our sailor friends, the team learns that Bade is in Junktown, trying to retrieve the guild ship, which never returned. In Junktown, the team reunites with Bade and learns that the ship had been damaged by something on the ocean, and Momo takes to repairing the ship, but is in need of parts. After getting the Junktown chief's permission, the team heads to Steel Beach to find the parts. But before they can start collecting parts, the team, through Gar, have to prove their strength by helping pull some equipment up from the seafloor, only for that equipment to end up being a giant electric fish the team has to battle. But after defeating the fish, the team collects the required parts and returns to Momo. Momo easily repairs the ship and it returns to Rapala, where Bade grants the team use of the ship and appoints Zig to control it for the team. With the ship in hand, the team attempts to cross the Northern Ocean, only to find the waters too choppy. Zig believes that the legendary mariner might be able to navigate the waters, and the team stops in the nearby seaside town of Parch to try and locate him. In Parch, the team gets nowhere as the town's mayor has lost his appetite for fish and is unwilling to talk. This leads the team on a side quest to learn how to make shishu to get the mayor's appetite for fish back. To make it, however, the team has to collect several items from around the world: horseradish, mackerel, some shady seeds, and vinegar. To get these, the team has to collect them from several zones, fish, and do a minigame to collect water at the coffee house. But with the items gathered, the team makes the shishu, and the mayor loves it. The mayor gives the team a sea chart to locate the mariner, which requires quickly navigating some dangerous waters nearby. But the mariner just turns out to be some guy who was cast away on the ocean, but who originally resided on the northern continent. He surmises that the team could likely hitch a ride on the black ship that seems to make periodic, automated trips across the ocean. Finding the black ship, Momo attempts to shoot it to slow it down. It only causes the ship to retaliate with its own shots. The team surmises they are going to have to board the ship to use it. After ramming into the black ship and boarding, the team explores the ship, and Momo discovers that it's programmed across the ocean. But an error is occurring, and they need to reboot the system, which leads to another minigame. But once rebooted, the ship leaves the area heading north, and Ryu's third eye activates again. The trip across the ocean takes several days and requires the team to fight off an assault from some angry bugs. But eventually, the team arrives at the technologically advanced seaside town of Combinat. Leaving the town, the team sets up camp to prepare for their exploration of the area. During this time, Ri, Nina, and Momo seemingly have a crisis of faith, literally questioning themselves and whether they should just return to their old lives. The team then treks through the junked area of Steel Grave before they arrive at a pyramid-like structure known as the Colony. And that's where we leave off for this section. Minigame Mayhem! This section obviously had entirely too many minigames, the worst of which was probably hunting for parts to repair the ship, or making shishu. For the life of me, I could not find the last missing part to repair the boat, even when trying to follow a guide. I eventually found it by literally just clicking on every possible square in the lower part of the freighter. Meanwhile, shishu sucked for me because I'm just not a fan of the fishing in this game. And plus, I went to the wrong fishing spot to hunt mackerel, which led to a lot of wasted time. Other than that, the minigames usually only took 2 to 3 attempts to accomplish. But with that said, outside of the minigames, this was a rather short section. My own time clocking in at about 3.5 hours. That only really accomplished one thing: crossing the ocean. At least the northern continent has some mystery going on with its seemingly advanced technology. The mandatory campfire scene also was intriguing, as I was wondering if something was causing the party members to face their own fears. that there was something wanting them to go back to their old lives instead of pressing forward. I also appreciated that the camp screen changes to reflect the wasteland of the landscape. Now to prepare for the part of the game that caused me to never finish it in the first place. The Desert of Death. We're in for a trip next time. And that's it for this segment of the Breath of Fire 3 RPG Club. If you want to follow along, be sure to hit that subscribe button to see new videos when they are posted. Additionally, if you want to check me out elsewhere, I have links to my Twitch, Twitter, and Discord in the description below. See you all next time.